Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss productivity and incremental capital output ratio, that is ICOR. Starting with productivity. What is productivity? Productivity का मीनिंग होता है कि अगर हम सम अमाउंट से अपने इनपुट को इंक्रीज करते हैं तो उसका आउटपुट पर क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा. इट इज कैलकुलेटेड बाय दिस वे, आउटपुट बाय इनपुट. सो इसका मीनिंग होता है अगर हम इनपुट को बाय 1 इंक्रीज कर देते हैं तो उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा आउटपुट पर. लेट अस से हम बोलते हैं कि प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ लेबर, तो कितना अमाउंट प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. लेट्स से कि 1 kg वीट 5 लेबर फोर्सेस प्रोड्यूस कर रही होती है, तो आउटपुट इज 1 kg बाय 5 लेबर. लेट अस से वी इंक्रीज द लेबर बाय 1, तो 1.2 kg by 6 labor. So this is the productivity. So ultimately हम output को check करते हैं by increasing the input. So here our input is labor. We can also check the productivity of let's say productivity of land. So there is some productivity of land also. Oh, we can say that 1 ton is produced over 1 acre of land. So this is the productivity of 1 acre of land. We can check the productivity of any input. It can be labor, it can be land, it can be some entrepreneur, what is their capability or work on some part of land. Yeah. Next one we have is marginal productivity. What does this marginal means? Marginal productivity means that if we are going to increase the input by 1, what will be the impact of increasing the input by 1? So if let's say we have the formula to check the productivity is output by input, and if we are going to increase the input by 1, then but by how much level its productivity will be increasing. By increasing this only by 1, then how much impact would be seen on the output, or the productivity by will be increasing by how much. This is marginal productivity. And the next term we have is ICOR, incremental capital output ratio. This ICOR is different from the productivity which we have discussed. So ICOR means that what will be the capital required to produce any output. Let's say it is decided that we need to produce 10 kg of wheat. Then a target would be that how much capital is needed. But while discussing productivity, we have said that output by input. We were saying that we have increased the input by 2, then what would be the impact on output? It is opposite of ICOR. So ICOR has very much importance in the government expenditure also. And ICOR can be impacted by various factors. मतलब ICOR में impact पड़ेगा तब भी जब government clearance नहीं देगी. तो हो सकता है कि कैपिटल हमारे पास अवेलेबल है बट गवर्नमेंट की क्लियरेंस नहीं मिलने से प्रोडक्शन नहीं बढ़ पा रहा है, या फिर लेबर के पास अच्छी स्किल नहीं है तो स्किल की वजह से भी प्रोडक्शन पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं. ऐसा हो सकता है कि कैपिटल हमारे पास अवेलेबल है और स्टिल आउटपुट नहीं मिल पा रहा है, तो गवर्नमेंट का क्लियरेंस होना, स्किल्ड लेबर होना, एनवायरनमेंट अप्रोप्रिएट होना, मार्केट का अवेलेबल होना, ये भी चीज़ें मैटर कर रही होती हैं. तो जब हम आइकॉर फाइंड करते हैं तो वो क्लियर इमेज प्रोड्यूस करता है कि कैपिटल की यूज से उतना आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस हो पा रहा है या फिर नहीं. So this is a very important term which helps us to determine the production in the economy. Another term we have to discuss is the production with the population. We have a term that is per capita GDP. What do we mean by per capita GDP? We already aware about the term GDP. That is the overall production under the boundaries of any country. But The meaning of per capita GDP is that with the increase in population, what is its impact? So we have GDP growth and we have the population growth. So let us say now the GDP, average GDP growth is 7% and average population growth is 1%. So if we are going to see this in normal scenarios, we are seeing that GDP growth is more than the population growth. The question is ki per capita GDP growth is increasing over the last 10 years. How we are going to analyze this is every year we are going to see an increase in the population by 1, and every year the GDP is growing by 7%. So definitely the per capita GDP should be increasing. The rate of increase of per capita GDP, rate of increase may not be constant. Sometimes the rate at which per capita GDP is increasing is 4%, sometimes 2%, sometimes it can be 7%, but it is always increasing. So the per capita GDP is always increasing from the last 10 years, but its rate might not be increasing. I think the term is clear. Per capita GDP, by which we can check that how much GDP is available to per person. I hope you understand the topic well. Thank you for watching.